Hi there, it's Elden here, and today I wanted to just elaborate a little bit more about how we build out content in the marketplace for your customers. And I'm going to start with showing you the model that is broken and that you shouldn't use, and then we're going to go into different types of content that you can create, and then how it makes this really big presence for your clients to see, and it'll just start to snowball from there. Okay, so the typical model that a lot of people use is they drive traffic from different sources. It could be any of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Solo, doesn't matter, and they drive them to a done-for-you web page. And then you find different offers on ClickBank, JVZoom, and other affiliate type of sites. And then you drive traffic to this. You try to work the system and get yourself onto Google. And you try and get in the top 1, 2, or 3 levels. Google will change this on a weekly basis, and then you're doing it all over again, trying to get this stuff up. And you're driving as much traffic as you can and hoping that eyeballs on your product is going to sell it. And it will sell to a degree. But this is not the way that you should really be driving traffic to a web page. And I'll show you a way that you can literally dominate your market if you would to follow this type of model. Now this model takes more work. It works, you need to have the E factor applied here. And remember, the E factor is the amount of effort that you put into something. So you go out and you find different traffic and you drive it to your landing page and you create a piece of content. Now typically it'll be a video. Video is the way that people are working. They're consuming a lot more content that way than any other content out there. You could argue that, well, you could just stay behind an email, but chances are, if you look into your own life, a lot of the emails that you get, you just swipe them past. And so we need to develop a means of communication with our audience that is not email related. It's not that email is bad, it's just that people want to consume content. They'd rather sit on the train or the bus or wherever it is that they are and watch a video than read some text. So video is really the way to go if you can do it. And I would encourage you to start. It might not be great, but as you do it more and more, you'll get more comfortable and you'll see results. So we create a piece of content, and that piece of content is not about the product that we're selling. It's going to be related to the result of that product. So if you go to any of the types of products that you're selling from ClickBank, they'll often have different things that you can talk about, and you can apply these into your videos or other ad content. And just give a little snippet of something that the result of this will offer inside of that offer. So what happens is, as you put out more of these pieces of content, what you're doing is building you. Now, you'll have, as you create, I'm just going to write here, value series. Value series. Now this is probably the only place where you should be connected to your value series. And you should have this on your website. Let's just call this web site, which is you. The other places, now you'll be sending out emails. And that'll be driving this to that value series. Now what's really cool is when you start making YouTube videos about these pieces of content, you send it here, they look at this, they're going to see that, oh, this is a YouTube video, and they're going to end up going over here to check that out. And when they do, they're going to see that, oh, this guy has got 10 or 12 videos going. Let's check these out. What's this guy all about here? So this does not happen overnight, but then neither does anything really. And then you've got Twitter, and you've got Facebook, and all these different things. Now this Instagram, another one. Most of this stuff is all free. So blogs, if you're into that kind of stuff, and then a podcast. You can use your YouTube video content to create a podcast. So you don't have to create this content separately from your YouTube video. You can just jump on Google and see how to take the audio from your YouTube file and put it over here to your podcast. This is something I'm going to be building out in the next few months here. One thing at a time, right? So you can see you've got all these different pieces of content. If you look at my account, you can go to YouTube, see my videos that are connected to my value series through my emails. You can also look me up on Facebook, and then you'll also see that I'm connected with Twitter and YouTube. And I've got an Instagram channel. This is like this, and then there's some of this going on with this, and then this isn't here yet, but it will be. And then all of a sudden, all these things start to connect to one another, and you become this circle of influence on the web based on the content that you've created for a product. And as you build out more pieces of content, people will start to see you as the authority within that niche that you're in. And just build this out one day at a time. I know for myself, I often feel quite overwhelmed. If I start to think, oh my God, I got to get this and this and this and this, I just have to step back and say, whoa, I can only do so much here. So this is what I'm going to do today. And then I will work on this tomorrow, and I schedule myself out so that I can get all the things that I need to get done in a timely fashion without running here, running there, and not getting anything done. So take the time to write out and list off all the things that you want to say, what you want to do, where you want to build it, and then just start knocking them off one at a time. And before you know it, you'll see, wow, I've got all this stuff done, and people are starting to see it and come. It's going to start to snowball. And then that snowball will turn into a big avalanche in the future, and you're going to see huge results because you're looked at as the authority figure. Remember last time I talked about how I could sell something literally by pointing at the wall, a guitar on the wall. Well, there's a couple of things there. I knew that product really well. There was no doubt. When the customer come in, I could tell them everything they needed to know about that product, and I could easily sell it. And most of the time it was because I was using that product on a regular basis. and I knew everything about that amplifier or that effects pedal or that guitar. And one other thing I should touch on here, you really want to sell products that you personally own. If you don't own it, if you haven't bought it from whoever it is that you're doing your affiliate link with, you shouldn't be selling it. And I mean that in a genuine way. You can maybe get away with it for a little while, but it's going to catch up with you. And I know from personal experience, I've tried to sell things that I don't believe in, and it's really, really hard. And people just know when you're lying. They know when you don't really believe in what it is that you're selling. So I'm going to show you a product that I really believe in. I'm selling this with my author business, and it's Children Learning Reading. And it's a program that allows you to teach your child how to read within, they'll start at 2.5 years old, and by 3, 4, they're able to read really well, and it just gives them such a learning curve, an advanced learning curve, so that when they go into school, they're already comprehending what it is that's in front of them, and they've just got an advantage over everyone else. So I'm going to give you a link to that, and look at it and see what I'm doing and how I've put together my landing page, how I've put together a short thank you video, and how it then takes you to that sales page. Now, you don't have to buy. I'm not saying that you have to buy this, but I want to show you how I'm starting to build out content, and maybe you can apply this same strategy in your own business and see how it works for you. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to be building out other pieces of content that are linking from my website, my author website, to that same piece of content, and then doing interviews and other things that will add on to this children's learning reading. So I hope this has been a help for you, and I'm excited to hear what you have to say about what I'm offering here. So please leave a comment below, and we will talk to you again. Bye.